Swarma scene. This was very much like the Swarma scene where it felt kind of unnecessary because you just see Bucky standing there at his exhibit reading up on himself, trying to discover himself. And it was unnecessary. It would have had more of an impact if we didn't see that Bucky had survived the final conflict of the movie.
And it let the audience decide what happened to him.
Yeah, but they kind of show him walking away. So.
No, they show him saving Captain America and then walk away.
Yeah.
If they hadn't shown that scene, then it would have had a lot more impact.
Oh yeah.
How would we know if Cap's still alive? If
No, they would have shown him fall
at
into
the
water.
The Smithsonian scene. They were talking about.
No. After showing him after falling into the water, Captain. Just show Captain on a beach.
No. Show him in the hospital room.
Yeah.
Show that they found him.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that works.
Yeah.
Just cut that scene out.
Yeah. No one's gonna know he's not gonna know how he got there because he was unconscious. It'd be as if you're following the captain's experience. He wouldn't have remembered Bucky pulling him onto the beach. He would have just fallen out of the helicarrier. Fallen unconscious into the water and then woken up in the hospital bed.
But at the same time, it shows that Bucky has started to remember.
Yeah, but
the whole point was that he didn't look like he remembered him. He just looked like I know he is important, but I don't know why. I feel like I should save him. I feel like I need to do something, but I don't know why. Because he didn't have any care. He just kind of dropped him on the beach. It wasn't like he made sure he was okay.
No,
dropped him on the beach and walked away.
It
was, he's important. I don't know why. Let me find out.
It's like a slow recovery thing. Something that comes in stages.
Yeah.
I remember this guy. What a dick.
But they and they kind of mentioned that the longer he's out of cryostasis, the more access he has to his memories, which is why they're constantly trying to wipe him down, wipe his memories.
Yeah.
So we pretty much covered the whole thing, didn't we?
More or less, yeah.
More or less. There's going to be a couple things that we dropped off, but it
if
kind of felt like
you gotta see the movie to really... also, for those who didn't like, there was like that shadow council in the Avengers who were like the super secret security council. Yeah, they're all dead. So you don't have to worry about them showing up again.
Oh, the chick is alive.
The chick's alive, but everyone else on that council is dead. So one member...
And can I just make one more thing I want to say? They actually made the Leaper look badass. This is the guy...
Batroc the Leaper is the first bad guy we see in this movie.
Yes.
And they actually found a way to make him look badass. This is the guy Spider-Man makes fun of.
This is the guy that Deadpool kicks in the nuts for jollies.
Yeah.
For jollies.
I think I'm gonna kick the Leaper in the balls today.
There was an episode. There was an issue of Deadpool that just came out recently where someone put a hit out on Deadpool. Now you guys know you don't put a hit out on Deadpool, but anyway, someone put a hit out on him, and like all these D-list villains come out of the woodwork to try and collect on the bounty, and then Batroc just flips on top of a car, and he's like split it. He's got like his legs split like that. And he's like, Deadpool, I shall defeat you and collect the bounty on your head. To which Deadpool replies,
Just like...
It's hard to take a guy seriously after that.
But as far as keeping the cinematic universe in a more serious sense, I also did like the fight scene between Batroc and Cap.
Because they're still true to his powers. Like he doesn't
have powers. It's his training.
Yeah, but he did like a lot of the kickboxing moves.
It was very lower body centric fighting style, which I liked.
Yeah.
And a lot of flipping and a lot of spinning.
Yeah.
Aside from that, also his costume.
Yeah.
He didn't have like a costume, but he had this. He had the orange and magenta-ish colors to his gear, which was very reminiscent of his comic book persona, and I like that. I really did. I really did like that. What else? There was Batroc. Sharon Carter, we said, showed up.
Aaron Carter. I read the joke earlier.
Yes. Yeah. Sharon Carter. There was Stephen Strange, as we said, he got mentioned. Sitwell is dead. For the
Yeah, he's evil. He's evil.
yeah, Sitwell, Agent Sitwell, who was
Agent
there.
Sitwell did not sit well with me. Come on.
Agent Sitwell, who was there for the arrival
That
of
was a good
Thor's hammer.
You and
He
your
was there at the crash site of Thor's hammer. Turns out he was a Hydra agent. Oh, also, for those who remember, in Iron Man 2, there was that senator who was trying to take the Iron Man armor away from Tony.
He's evil.
Turns out he was a Hydra agent too. And the reason, and now it becomes clear, the reason why this asshole senator
You're a Hydra agent. You're a Hydra agent. You're a Hydra agent. You're a Hydra agent.
You're a Hydra agent as well.
Psych Hitler.
It's just like spooky, scary skeletons. Everyone's accusing everyone else of that.
And the reason why he was trying to take his armor in Iron Man 2 was because he posed a threat to Hydra. He posed a threat to the superior Aryan race of like peace and tranquility on Earth.
You're just
They don't want to be
So should we talk
They're all
about
gonna be
what
super
Hydra's agenda was in this movie? Basically, they think humanity can't be trusted with their own freedom. So, no freedom.
Everyone's heard that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
they decided to.
it works for Hydra.
Yeah.
They decided to
Explore that a little more with the...
with making people not want to have freedom.
Right.
Well, the sick part is
And basically, at this point, there was a lot of things.
A lot of commentary.
A lot
between
of
lines.
social commentary, and I like that it didn't really take so much a side on a lot of things as it did just say, like, shit's kind of fucked up nowadays.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
putting your life on the internet in data form, like, that's kind of fucked up. I've had issues. I have a Twitter, I have a Tumblr, I have a Facebook. I
Who
don't
doesn't?
put personal you don't put personal
There's no
shit
need-
on there.
There's no purpose to it, honestly.
No, there isn't.
But so many people do it.
Remember, people, if you have more hashtags than your post, you are doing it wrong and you should feel bad.
More hashtags than words in your post.
Hey, definitely. I cannot tell you how many times I see people do it. I don't get the point of it, and I'm sorry, I'm not a social.
You know, some
I'm not
person named their kid hashtag.
real.
Look it up.
That's
look it up.
funny.
it's
It
not
was like last year or something.
The worst part is, it's not even technically a hashtag. The official name for it is sharp. That little symbol.
Pound.
Sure.
Pound. No, wait.
It's
Sharp
a
is the other
number
one.
sign.
Sharp is for the.
Sharp is music.
Sharp is
Pound
music.
is the
Yeah.
pound. It's called
Okay,
It's
okay, let's...
Getting off topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to
Long-
Marvel Universe.
Long
Yes.
story short, this movie was awesome, and you should see it, and if you decide not to see it, you should feel bad.
Yes. It was
Pretty
awesome. And
And for anyone who just likes explosions,
Oh yeah,
There's a bunch of
those. There were a lot
Yeah.
of those.
and a lot of fight scenes too.
Well, in regards to the fight scenes, cinematography, I felt, you notice in some scenes they have some shaky cam, but it's used very minimally.
Yeah.
it's also used very well with what's going on.
Yes.
I really like the
Unnecessary.
elevator scene because that was shot in really close corners, but they
Yeah.
really made that work, you know? You feel like you're trapped
There's an
in-
elevator scene where Captain America is stuck in an
That's
elevator.
shown in
with, like,
the
in the trailer.
in the
But
trailer.
it's in the trailer, but he's stuck with like 12 people in an elevator who are all trying to kill him. You were saying?
Yeah, no, they did a wonderful job with the cinematography. Made it feel very claustrophobic and there's like an Alfred Hitchcock type suspense because you see Cap, he's looking around and he sees that they have the guns, they have the scars. That I thought was really well done.
Not only
the
scars,
sweat
the
beading.
sweating.
Yeah, the sweating. And like
So
I
he's
said-
not stupid.
Yeah.
And not to mention, everyone just kept piling in and no one left.
Yeah.
Before we get started, anybody want to get out?
Basically.
That was just so badass.
Yeah, that was badass.
You know who else is badass in this movie? Maria Hill.
Yeah.
Fucking Maria Hill.
Yeah, it just gets up. Two guys come in and just bang bang. I'm going about my day.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. There were two guys about to come in and ruin her day. She just went and went back to her work. It was like nothing. Like
Also, for those who have always wondered about Nick Fury and his eye patch, you get to see
What's under
beneath the eye
You get-
patch.
It's
It's
kinda
relevant to the
creepy.
story
Oh,
too.
But it's badass.
And in the end of the first part of the post-credits thing, he burns the eye patch.
Yeah, he
Ditches
burns
it.
the eye patch alongside, like, I'm guessing, all of his personal information.
all
Yeah.
his files.
All his
Whatever's
personal
left of it.
files.
And
And-
he ditches it for a pair of awesome 80s sunglasses.
Yes,
And a
yes.
hoodie. And a hoodie.
Yes.
Yep.
Better than the pink frilly boner that he usually wears while being interviewed.
Thank you for that lovely image.
It's not an image, it's actually true.
It is true.
In regards
great.
to the first post-credit scene, this will be the last thing we talk about. The first post-credit scene.
Scarlet Witch.
What are your reactions?
At first I was
Oh
confused,
my-
and then you told me then you like reminded me who they were, because I knew they were. I didn't realize who they were,
Wait,
and then you said who it was, and I'm like, oh.
As to who? Wait.
The
wait,
twins.
in the
Oh,
post-credit
yes.
scene.
Yeah.
Once again, spoilers.
Okay,
As if
clear
you
out
have-
now if you don't want any spoilers.
for the
They
post-credit
should have been
scene.
gone by now.
They should have been gone by now, but still.
Yeah.
All right, the post-credit scene. It basically you see a bunch of Nazi like
Hydra
Hydra
agents.
scientists.
And you know they're Nazis because they have monocles.
You know they're evil. They're talking about our plans in America and S.H.I.E.L.D. have all failed, but we're still good.
What
We're
was-
still good.
What was that item that they showed?
That was-
It turns out
Lemon.
at the end of if anyone remembers, at the end of the first Avengers movie, no one decided to
Retrieve the staff.
Loki's staff.
Stick of
Loki's glow stick of doom. No, glow stick of destiny. That's how it's put. Loki's glow stick of destiny was retrieved by Hydra. They have the glow stick of destiny. They have access to the cube power that is in Loki's staff.
Sweet rave party!
Woo!
Basically.
And
Sweet rave party of death.
Then they pan over to these two containment cells, and inside the containment cells are
The twins.
the twins. Pans over to them. You see this one guy who's like
trying to
he's
run
trying to
his way
run
out of
his
Bouncing,
way-
literally bouncing
bouncing
off
off the walls and vibrating at sonic speeds. So considering like how fast he's going, you find, and they say the twins.
and there's the girl like levitating stuff and.
And then she squishes them.
It was our first introduction to Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch.
And it's not the gay disco ball Quicksilver like in
Oh,
Days
God.
of Future
Yes.
Past. No, this is the real Quicksilver.
Anyway, yeah. Also, for those who have seen the Avengers 2 like production stills, those two look pretty badass. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not really their costumes, but everyone is having like 40 different costume changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Except for Natasha and the Hulk. But
You
let's be
can
honest,
Iron
what
Man-
can you do with Natasha and the Hulk in terms of a costume change?
Red
Well,
Hulk,
with
Grey Hulk.
purple shorts.
Actual spandex.
Well,
Nightmare.
earlier, the reason why the only living senator was the female was because Natasha transformed into her.
Yeah.
Well, she had the hologram.
What?
The council member.
Council member.
Ah.
There you go.
Yeah, she had like a hologram mask that displayed her face.
Although we really don't know what happened to the lady because
Well, she could have been intercepted.
she probably was, but who knows if she survived.
Oh, she'd totally be alive. Natasha wouldn't do that.
Natasha wouldn't kill her.
Okay.
She'd be singing, why did I get an invitation? Just sitting at home crying.
Probably.
If she
Or maybe
knew
she's
that
all tied
happened.
up in the bathroom or something.
Knowing Natasha, that was probably it.
Yeah.
Probably.
I can imagine that as a post-credit sequence. Just
They
seeing her tied up.
should have. They should have.
Can somebody let me out?
Sorry.
It's hurting.
Stanley will find her.
Oh, shit.
That would have been a good
the movie?
post-credit scene.
Maybe.
But yeah, so we got our first look at the twins. So the question is, how are they going to be introduced? And my big question, their father.
Yeah, how can?
Oh yeah.
Because Fox owns Magneto and the X-Men and all that.
Yes.
How are they
And-
going to explain that? And well, we kind of see the idea of mutants kind of touched upon in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because
But
S.H.I.E.L.D.
they never really go into it because the only people they ever talk about are potential psychics and this one guy who is pyrokinetic.
Yes.
So maybe
And
they're gonna
kind
do
of
a big
Sky
collab?
kind of because she was a.
we don't know about Sky.
She's an 08 Force, so
Yeah.
we don't know what she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's an enigma wrapped in a mystery covered in bacon.
Bacon.
She's a mystery wrapped in a Twinkie.
Oh, geez.
Seinfeld reference.
I don't know.
Igneous.
You're stuck with us for a very long time.
Yes, I am stuck with you fuckers.
For you.
Be sure to comment to tell them to invite us back on the show.
Why am I feeling right here?
Well, you guys will be back when we're getting together to watch Guardians of the Galaxy later this summer, as well as I'm not sure Jill's not going to be here with us for Amazing Spider-Man because she has no intention of watching that movie.
And I don't know if you guys want to do this,
Although
but Marvel Live.
I did see the trailer. I did see the trailer
They did show it.
I did see the trailer for the Amazing Spider-Man. I don't want to have any interest in seeing it, but it did. Like the effects looked incredible. So
It is true.
Although
I have to give it that.
I have some very, very stern doubts regarding it because they're repeating the mistake that doomed Spider-Man 3. 3 villains, 1 movie.
But
Yeah.
I think it was the producer they did an interview with. He actually said that he understood that they didn't have chemistry. Like, Sandman and Venom had they're like ammonia and bleach. They didn't go together.
Yeah, they don't.
So he kind of fixed that problem. He said he really made a way to make the story work and have
Which
Electro and Green
villains did
Goblin.
he choose?
Green Goblin, Electro, and Rhino, who's only in the movie for 4 minutes.
Yeah, I that's what I was hoping was going to be the deal with Rhino, was he was going to be like, oh, I'm the big bad at the beginning to show that Spider-Man has actually been fighting supervillains ever since the end of the first movie. Like that kind of scene?
Yeah.
And that's what they're going for with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
that like, if that's what
That
they're going
makes
to do,
sense.
that's fine. But then having Electro and the Green Goblin together,
Let's see.
by what they've shown, it looks like Electro has been under lock and key with Oscorp for a while.
Yeah.
So the two are in tandem, so it makes sense.
Are we finished with the
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier?
Yeah,
review?
we're finished talking about the Winter Soldier for now. And
Coming this August, the Summer Soldier, the plot twist.
So basically,
And the Fall Soldier.
What was the?
kind of like
The quest for more money.
Kind of like the sequel to Frozen, Melted.
And then,
no, thawed.
No.
oh, good. At least we didn't go with the baked route. The baked route, I'm sure you're all familiar with, and
What
what else
about
are you familiar with?
Sea
Comment.
Blue Sea.
Blue Sea?
There was the trailer, or
Lucy.
Lucy. Oh, Lucy. I
That
keep.
looked like pretty
Oh god.
I want to see
Fuck.
that.
Oh yeah, she was.
I'm Scarlett Johansson and I have no interest in anything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Eye candy.
Seriously, I've heard stories about how they're trying to force female actors to not show any emotion.
But lately, Scarlett Johansson's in everything. I feel like she's getting a little tired.
She's
of
the
it.
new.
She is.
She's the new Megan Fox. She's in everything.
She is.
But I mean, I think she's like.
She's incredible. It's just they're overkilling her.
They are.
And they're
I think they're
typecasting her.
doing
She's
very
always the
well.
badass female. She's always Black Widow, just in a different wig this time.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, she has fun with the Black Widow.
Yeah.
She doesn't emote a ton, but
she
she
has
does show emotion. She does, like, it's obvious she's actually invested in the role. As far as this movie, Lucy, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's invested in it at all. The
As
only
far
reason
as
I
what-
have any interest in that movie is because Morgan Freeman is in it.
Yes. Yes.
But,
Morgan Freeman
Morgan
and Scarlett Johansson.
that's a recipe for awesomeness right there.
Yeah.
What other trailers were up?
But I just did
Expendables
want to bring
3.
this up. Any of you going to see Marvel Live? It's
But-
coming out in August. It's going to be a live show, and they're going to have like the Hulk and Captain America.
And Captain Marvel, I heard, is also going to be.
Really?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
there
of course
was-
Spider-Man.
There was
Expendables 3.
Maleficent.
Oh,
Yeah,
Maleficent! I want to see
Angelina
that.
Jolie.
that
Advertising.
movie. Oh my god.
I admittingly have not seen that specific trailer before.
Neither have we. That was a
That was a
new
new
trailer. to me.
trailer.
And the special
Okay.
effects looked amazing. Just the way her wings came out, and she
Yes.
did all
The fact that it looks like they're going into Maleficent's origins.
Yeah,
I've
they
The
always-
only thing I don't like is that they had the part where she cursed Aurora,
Yeah.
but they said she will fall into a death-like slumber.
No.
No,
It was
the
originally
original one
supposed
she
to
was
be
supposed
dead.
to die.
But
And
the
then it was the fairies. Merryweather
Mary-
used her gift to change it so that she would only sleep.
I agree with that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I don't like
that
that they did
fucked
that.
up
I don't
right
like that they
there.
did that.
But still, even with twists like that, Disney shows that they know how to handle them. Like with Once Upon a Time, they did a lot of amazing things. Even with Wonderland, where they built Jafar up as this really
Let's
scary
not
guy.
talk about Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You don't like that show?
Let's not talk about Once Upon a
Alright.
Time.
Especially since they're doing that Wizard of Oz thing right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They also had Expendables 3, and I know most people are gonna be like, "Oh, another Expendables."
Okay.
In all honesty,
It's a retirement
It's-
home for action.
Okay, I think
it's-
we got
I'm-
extremely off
we got-
topic.
yeah.
now.
No.
No, we're talking about the
Trailers
trailers.
before the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, people are gonna say, "Yeah, it's like, oh, it's not real, whatever." It's supposed to be fan service. The first one, in my opinion,
Franchise
was actually
expendable.
was actually good because it was the first of its kind. Plus, you see people like Sylvester Stallone, you see Dolph Lundgren, you see all the big badass.
Is Jackie Chan in that now, or was he?
No, it was
No, Jet Li.
What else did we see during the trailers?
Echo, which I still.
Echo looks really cute.
It's
It's a found footage.
It's like Chronicle meets ET. That's the best way to
But
describe
it looked so cute. It's a bunch of kids, and they found that. I don't think you were there for that one.
No,
I wasn't. I
No,
went
you
to the
weren't there for that
bathroom.
one either.
it. But it was,
But it was the kids, and they found like almost like an egg, and there's like a little baby robot alien inside,
So
and they have
you-
to protect it, and they have to.
and he has powers like in Chronicle. He's ripping trucks apart with his mind, and he's
It's
teleporting
so
them.
cute.
So it looked like the female robot from Wall-E.
No, it's a
It almost looked like a little android.
Okay.
What else was there? There was that one with Johnny Depp, the
Transcendent.
Transcendence. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that AI thing.
Yeah.
And this one I surprised didn't show up at the Teenage
Did I
Mutant
see
Ninja Turtles trailer. That's what
I'm
I was-
surprised I didn't see that one either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I don't care because they've already fucked up.
Megan Fox.
No, not
Not
Megan
even
Fox.
I didn't like
Not-
their
They
That
faces.
gave
is-
them human lips.
And
No.
noses.
And
No,
No,
them
no, it was
noses.
more turtle-like faces.
no,
No.
I had,
I
all
heard
honesty,
human lips.
the turtles looked a lot. They could have been a lot worse.
I
They're
mean, we
going
knew
for
what
a
they looked
real-
like before the trailer came out.
Yeah, because we went to New York's
We went
New
to
York
Toy
Toy
Fair.
Fair,
We
and
went
we saw
into
the
the
toys.
Yeah, we saw the toys. There was like this room that had all these pictures, no cameras, and you we were only allowed in there with a security guard, and they had images of all the turtles in there. We're looking at them like,
Could be worse.
eh.
And then I'm looking over at the toys.
We weren't
and it's
allowed to say
like,
anything. We're sorry.
yeah, but now that the trailer is available, we can.
Yeah.
The
The foot soldiers the foot ninja
soldier-
have guns.
What?
fuck.
They have guns.
Are they at
Ninja
least
have guns.
laser guns?
And
No.
they don't look like
No.
ninjas. They look like
They look like
thugs.
SWAT
They
guys.
look like thugs.
Okay,
SWAT
I'd
guns.
have to say that's a little bit more towards the original
Realism?
comic, not.
Well, the
towards-
original comic I
Yes,
was
but-
told was basically like Deadpool, except as turtles.
Yeah,
Yeah, but at the same time, the original comic has kind of fallen on the wayside because
Yeah, it
there is
has.
so much other mythology behind the turtles right
And
now.
I like
between-
that it has kind of that B-movie feel, like the more modern mythology. Some of it, like, you have characters like, what was it, Tulka and Razor, right? Like, other mutants. That's
I didn't see them. Are they going to be in this movie?
No, not in this movie, but I just like the idea that they have like all these bad guys that are like out of a 50s B movie. Like, what was it, Mondo Gecko, Leatherhead.
admittingly, Splint.
Oh, and did you hear who's playing Splinter? Supposedly it's Monk, Tony Shalhoub.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and they
And
have
Johnny
two of the guys.
Knoxville.
They have two of the guys from Jackass playing two of the
Yeah,
turtles.
Tom-
Yeah,
Johnny
Yeah,
Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O.
So long as
Of
one
course. I
of...
love them.
Oh my
Now
god,
he's gonna go see them.
please tell me
Yeah,
Steve-O is
yeah.
going to be Michelangelo.
Probably.
Oh, that would be cool, but
That would.
I'm
Michelangelo still
Have Johnny play as Leonardo.
because he looks like the
No,
ooze washed
Johnny
up on
would be better
Jersey
as
Shore.
Ralph.
I am still
Yes.
really fucking pissed about what they did to Shredder.
He's
Oh,
white.
that's
white.
Yeah.
Well,
Now, I'm the last guy who should really be saying this because I'm the guy who actually defended Avatar, the Last Airbender movie. Not a ton, no. I'm not saying Sokka, Katara, or Suka,
But
Katara.
some of the creative choices
No,
they made.
No. Okay, I said
creative choices.
that
Yeah, I use that word loosely.
there can be white people in the Last Airbender universe.
Yes.
But I'd say they could be in the Earth Kingdom.
Or the
'cause
Fire Nation.
No, the Fire Nation is Japanese.
No, it's
Oh,
supposed
okay,
to
we're
be.
way off topic now. Back to
No, but
Shredder.
anyway, as I was saying, Shredder is either A, an alien, or B, Japanese.
I can understand definitely the Japanese because
Definitely.
he has like that samurai looking.
That's the
helmet.
point. That's the point.
Yeah, that's the point.
I think so now he's white, so he's not gonna be like, you dishonor my family. I have to die to those.
Okay,
He's definitely
do you
Japanese.
remember what Shredder was in the original comics?
He was just a samurai dude.
It
Yeah.
was just samurai dude.
Yeah, it was samurai
I
dude,
mean,
but
I know
he was
he-
Japanese because he was a samurai.
I
Even
know
in the
he
movies, he was
he
Japanese.
barely lasted an issue before they just dropped him.
I
in
don't
the
know.
original.
I didn't read the original comics.
Okay.
I'm going off of the original
Cartoons.
cartoon as well as the early 2000s cartoon.
Yeah.
Because the early 2000 cartoon was badass.
I really like that.
Until they went
Yeah,
to
definitely.
future,
future.
and that was
Yeah.
stupid.
Still, it
afterwards.
was better. It was good.
Yeah.
But really off topic. Long story short, I have a lot of criticisms regarding the new TMNT movie.
And you'll get to hear them all in a future video.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially because, okay, you guys can have your problems with Megan Fox. I don't mind her. I just don't think she's a great actress.
I don't know
Not
if April
really.
O'Neil.
And
She's hot. That's
she is
it.
not. But
That's it.
That's pretty much it.
she dropped Michael Bay like a rock. I think she's gone on record saying that she dropped the Transformers movies because
That's all she was. She was eye candy.
she was eye candy,
Yeah.
and she didn't want to be just eye candy. I respect her for that. No offense, lady, you kind of are, because your acting talent is not spectacular, but...
I mean, you're hot. Use that to your advantage, honey. Come
you
on.
also gotta realize.
Yeah.
Jennifer's
You
body.
also gotta realize. I don't know if this term exists, but they're actually, and me and my other friends on the Skype to discuss this, called the Michael Bay theory, where basically, in order to make any movie better, according to him, you add rocket launchers and someone who is extremely hot. And I honestly think that Scarlett Johansson might have been falling victim to that, because especially with that movie that was coming out,
Lucy.
Yeah.
it's like, it's like, oh, when'd you learn to start writing Chinese? An
Hour ago.
And it's like, so you're fighting what seems to be hundreds of people, some sort of evil organization with paramilitary weaponry, and you're trying to access, you're learning how to access, most of your brain, and it's like, is it kind of like going towards the Michael Bay theory again?
Yeah.
Just without the explosion, just more bullets?
More bullets and more, just insane powers.
Speaking of Michael Bay, it's been a thing with him, explosions and hot chicks, since he was making music videos and whatnot.
Yes.
Back in early in his career.
He's been, ever since Pearl Harbor, that was step one, and he's ran with it ever since.
Pearl Harbor, what year?
That was the 90s.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the case. They
By
should
the way,
carry
my
as a-
grandfather watched Pearl Harbor, and he was in World War II, and he was like, wow, this movie sucks.
It's not made for historical accuracies, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
You know
Titanic.
what? I think the
Or
original
Titanic
Captain
Super
America
3.
movie was more historically accurate than Pearl Harbor.
Because I mean, even he said, the munitions thing,
Yeah, they're very anal retentive about details. At
Yeah,
Marvel.
they are.
But anyway, that was our opinions on our experience today at Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Awesome movie, awesome trailers, not so awesome trailers, and we can't wait for the rest of the Marvel movies, except for Days of Future Past because it sucks.
And
That's
Marvel
your
has
opinion.
movies
That
planned
is
until
your opinion.
2028, so we're going to be doing this a long time.
Oh yeah.
gonna be
And they
yeah, Bucky Barnes.
And the best part is they still refuse to make a Deadpool movie.
That,
I want
that's
them to
They're not refusing.
Okay,
they
well,
just-
anyway,
I love Deadpool.
let's wrap up.
Yep.
good night, everyone. I shall see you soon.
Night.
Say Hitler!